Welcome to the Elevating Leaders series, where we go beyond the headlines and straight to the people who are redefining insurtech and business transformation. We've caught up with the visionaries and the pioneers that are currently driving the industry forward, bringing you exclusive insights, strategies, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. If you're ready to go deeper, this is your front row seat to the future of insurance. I'm Miguel Edwards, and this is 5 Minutes.
Jenna, how is the kind of the evolution of weather risk impacting your product? I got to believe that your product is just like a just-in-time kind of type of thing, where it's like, holy cow, we really need this now.
Oh, well, and you're saying this like what, 1 week post-event from Hurricane
yeah,
Milton?
I'm a Floridian, so yeah.
Oh, my heart goes out
St.
to
Pete
you.
on top of that.
Oh, my sister just sold her house in Tampa.
Really?
30 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
Closed on it, yeah.
So she escaped Helene as well.
She did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
But we pulled the imagery on her house, and her house was fine.
Okay.
So that is one of the...
Wait, hold on. We got to go back. So you guys get that real-time flyover data?
Yeah, this is where things get really cool.
Yeah.
So this is where EagleView shines.
Okay.
Because not only do we have the pre-event imagery, because we're already flying the whole country.
Yep.
We love our customers so much. We are flying the country every year to capture your policyholders' structures.
Okay.
So we can use that for a lot of different things. We can use it for claims, for roof measurements. We're taking the pictures for you, so you don't have to do it.
Right.
But we love our customers so much that when these events are coming, we're staging our airplanes close enough to be effective and efficient, but far enough away so they don't get damaged.
Of course.
And we're literally bolting them down in the hangars because we are trying to get that close. So as soon as that storm is past, we are flying. And we're doing that. We do that for government. We do that for insurance. We do that for all of our customers. Construction can use it as well, because ultimately, our goal is we want policyholders, they're not even policyholders to us, we want people back in their houses as fast as possible. And if we can provide the mechanisms to do that, even before anybody else can even access their properties, that gets them just one step closer to getting fixed. So if you haven't been back to your house yet, I can show you what you're...
We have.
I can show you what it looks
we're
like.
okay, fortunately.
Good.
So that evolution of weather risk, for me, it seems to me like it's just driving this constant need for innovating on that product set, so you can get data faster, more deeper data and analytics faster for that response. That's what I'm hearing.
Higher quality.
Higher quality.
Yeah. So we're actually flying all of these events at 1-inch GSD. 1-inch GSD is actually the best GSD, ground sample distance imagery, that you can actually get from a fixed wing aircraft.
Okay.
So this is essentially the best imagery that you can get without flying a drone.
Okay.
And that drone would be essentially, 20 feet to 30 feet above.
Right.
We have to fly at a much higher elevation than that, but the details that you can see is just, it is sick.
Yeah.
It is getting so granular. So then when we take that one step further, like we were talking about earlier, the amount of data that you can derive now off of the high quality imagery really starts to become limitless, because now we can really start to hone in, and we can actually call out damage to shingles, damage to tires, anomalies that we're actually detecting without sending resources out there and incurring the expense of seeing what's going on with it.
Yeah, I can go down this whole other rabbit hole, particularly being from Florida, wondering what that type of technology is going to do to solve some of the problems that we have with our claims environment in Florida.
Those are unsolvable.
Yeah, right. Because it really, quick funny story.
Yeah.
Literally today, I got a LinkedIn message from a guy who I guess did not look to see whether or not I was in insurance, but he's basically a public adjuster from Florida. And because my profile says Tampa, Florida, I guess he figures, so he's like, let me know how I can help you maximize your insurance claim. And man, I'm like fighting with everything that I've got to not write this guy the nastiest email I can imagine. But on a serious note, though, I imagine that your technology could be used by insurance companies to help mitigate some of that risk around the kind of the excessiveness of the claim environment. So
you bring up a really good point, because there's always this friction between the insurance carriers, specifically claims departments, and contractors. Right. And I actually think that I'm going to nerd out just a little bit.
Go for it.
I think that I think that we need an adversarial process to get to the right outcomes.
Of course.
So I'm not advocating that it is as bad as what it is right now, but just like with our legal system, for all of its flaws, I think that it's beautiful in the way that you have both sides fighting for what they believe is right, and I think that is how you get to the best outcome.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.